What is up, everybody? Today we got a special firearm. This is the Old Yeller, the Yeehaw, the Hear Ye Hear Ye. Now I'm playing around. This is a Henry Golden Boy, chambered in 22. I'm gonna show you guys how to take it apart, field strip it, and we're gonna clean it, kind of maintain it every other time we go to the range, depending on how many rounds go through it. This one, I think I already have around 300 to 500 rounds through it. 22 doesn't really have a lot of gas or carbon buildup, but it's better to always be safe than sorry. So today I'm going to show you guys how to take it apart and clean it. So first things first, I'm going to show you guys the tools after. Always, no matter what, make sure whatever gun you're using, today we have the Henry, make sure it's always unloaded. So I'm gonna rack it a couple times. Just opening and closing that gate so the extractor can do its job. Look through the hole, nothing in the barrel, and you always want to feel just to make sure there's gunk, but there's no bullet, so we're safe. So we're gonna close the gate, decock it, and now we're ready to work on it. I can't stress that enough. Just always make sure it's empty. There's always that one stupid person, and it always happens. So you're gonna need some microfiber towels. I just use like old socks or whatever I need to use. Microfiber is the best, but these I just throw them away after, so I don't really care. A bore snake to clean the bore or the barrel. We're gonna use a flathead screwdriver. There's like a 1/2 inch, and I did put electrical tape so it doesn't hurt the finish. This is a brass or gold finish, and I don't want it marking it or anything because it's metal on metal. You want your cleaner. I use Shooter Lube Stage 1, which is very good. It is military grade as well, and it doesn't hurt any components on your weapon as well. Have a toothbrush to scrub the inside and the outside of the gun. And then I have gun oil as well, just to lube it up, because it is metal on metal. Whenever it's metal on metal, you want at least like a thin little sheet of oil between it. Same thing with your cars. So getting into it, first things first, we already showed that the weapon is empty, because you always want to make sure. We're going to take the flathead, we're going to get rid of these 2 screws. Take them out, you're just going to press them in there, and then loosen them. Make sure it stays together with the washer though, you don't want to lose any pieces. Second one. After you get those 2 screws out, there's another 2. Come on, get in there. There's 2 more screws on the other side of the receiver as well. We're going to take those out as well. Same thing, just press down and turn. It's always lefty loosey, righty tighty. And the last one. Okay, great. Now that we got those off, we're going to come back here to the stock, or the butt stock, whatever you like to call it. We're going to take out this screw. The screw's pretty deep in there, so you want to press up against it, and then press in forward, and then twist. And it should come out. Now always remember what screw was on the bottom and what screw's on the top. So the skinny one is on the top, even though it's on the bottom for us. It's on the top of the firearm. Put it on top. And the one on the bottom. Pressing hard, loosen. Oh, I already feel the side gate coming open. Loosen it, take it out, put it upside down next to it, and then you just want to pull back and the buttstock comes out just like that. This is real wood, by the way, it's not synthetic. This one is very expensive because of that. Now we're gonna take off this, I guess, receiver cover. Kind of just want to pull up. It's always the front side that's going to be a little bit harder. There you go. And be careful because the bolt is still in there. You don't want it sliding down, hitting the floor or anything. Nothing's going to happen, but there's still damage to it. So we're going to be cleaning the inside of this one, which is the frame over the receiver, and we're going to be cleaning the bolt as well. Here we have the internal components. Look at all this gunk. This is really all much that you have to take apart. So you clean it just to get all the internals and everything. And then we're going to take out the loading tube. Clean that too. I don't think the bore snake would fit in there though. I don't know if I should put it through there or not. I could try it, but I don't think it's gonna fit through there. So now that we have all that out and everything, we're gonna start cleaning. I usually clean from inside out, so we're gonna start with the bolt. Do not spray anything. And even though people or companies say to, I still don't. I'm not dumb. You always want to spray on what you're using. And you don't need to scrub it very, very hard. You just want to get all the stuff from out of it. You're not trying to break the materials. Because remember, your firing pin is in here. You don't want it to get crooked or anything from you being negligent or just being too rough with it. Like you already see all the stuff coming on. Can just wipe it off. This is where the hammer goes and pushes that firing pin. See all the way through the front. There it is. Where it hits that little bullet right there. It is rim fire, so it's not like a point. It's more like a little shiv. Look at it. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's pretty cool. And just clean this tube because it's on the inside as well. Give them one more spray. Just kind of want to go back and forward. Clean every part you can and wipe it dry. So we already got two parts clean, and those do not need any oil on them, or not yet. Now we're going to clean the receiver. We're going to try to get inside as well. You're going to spray. Get the outside a little wipe down. Take off all the carbon buildup, all the oils. Alcohol right there. Get that trigger as well. And this lever. All the gunk from people's hands that have shot it or been using it. And the hammer. The trigger spring. All the way down to the full frame. And top, inside. Try to get everything as you can. Now let's spray. Get this side. Side looks a little worse. So I'm glad we're cleaning it finally. And the better you clean it, the more rounds can go through it before you need to clean it again. So it's better to just do it the right time, or right the first time, and do it really thoroughly. So you don't have to go back every week or so and clean it up. Now the outside of the barrel doesn't really see too much carbon, but it does have a lot of people's hands on it, or dust in the range flying around. So you do want to clean every single part of it. Now you do not want to have any really toothbrush in front of the barrel, and I'll show you guys that right now. After I finish this. By the front, I'm talking about this part where the bullet comes out, because that's where the rifling is. You don't really want to mess up the rifling, and the rifling is grooves inside the barrel. It helps accuracy with your bullet. Gonna wipe it clean now. The wood doesn't really need to get scrubbed, it just needs to get wiped, and that's it. I'm just gonna do this one second, or last. On the outside, because that's so much fingerprints on it. Clean where the bolt goes, all around the edges. Damn, look at that, just like brand new. Looks like I just bought it. That shooter lube works magic, I'm telling you guys. I am not sponsored by them though. Hopefully in the future though. Hopefully they'll reach out to me and sponsor. What I do like about gun companies, or not gun companies, but as firearms, accessories, cleaning, and tools and all that companies, they're usually all small. Even though people don't think they're small, they're usually small. But I think that's better. Okay, so the whole frame, receiver, and the outside is clean. Now let's start with the inside. See if this bore snake can actually go through that loader tube. Put it down there. Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, I think it can. Kind of just feed and fish it through. Oh yeah, I can see it right there. But I don't know if this part's gonna go through. And you always go from the back to the front. Kind of like how the bullet comes out, you never go the opposite way. Because like I said, it does mess up the rifling in the barrel. Can it fit in there? Oh, I don't think it will. No, I don't think it is. Oh, yeah, it does. No, it does. I just want to clean inside of there. I don't really see a lot of dirt in there. And I want to fish it through the barrel a couple times. Usually you would spray it if you need to. It comes at the bottom, you're gonna just fish it through. And it's supposed to pull all that gunk out, so it's pretty hard to pull it through. Usually at the end it has all that gunk. The end of the start doesn't look too bad, but we're gonna go through it one more time just to make sure it's fully cleaned before we put it back together. If you don't fully clean it, you just mess around, it's like a waste of time. Because then you have to clean it again. Unless it malfunctions on you and then it's basically your fault because you didn't clean it right. Should be a little bit smoother this time. Oh yeah, seems clean. Now I'm just gonna put some oil on the metal to metal contact. Here's my own syringe. The oil just comes in like a bottle, like the cleaner. They sell their own accessory applicants or whatever. I just got like a syringe with it's a whitening gel syringe. It's pretty funny, but I just don't know how much liquid is gonna come out, which kind of sucks, but we'll see right now. I got towels right here too, ready to wipe it down. Now we just want to put a little bit first on this side. So just a little bit on the frame just so it can slide easier. I'm going to spread it around. This is only so the other frame could slide on it easier. That's it. There's no real point to it. You don't have to put it in there. And here on the side gates as well. You just need a little bit. It just has to be a little screen. Make sure you rub it in. You never want your gun leaking with oil. It's funny because I see all SIG. Usually people that own SIGs are how they come. That's how the guns come. They come in a bag because how much like oil they throw on it or lube, and it's like leaking through them like down. Now people do say to put it near the trigger. I never think you should put anything to the trigger, especially not oil, because that's how malfunctions happen and guns go off by themselves. And they usually don't go off by themselves, but I'm just saying. It's more likelihood of it doing it. Hold it on. You do want to put some on this lever though. Coming off now. Just so it can slide easier. Gonna work it in there. I'm done with that. Actually, we'll put some on the bolt too. We're gonna put some on this loading tube. Just like a tiny bit. Rub it in. This is just aluminum, so it doesn't really need it, but it's always sliding against it, so it'll just go. It'll slide better without scratching or anything. Lock it in. Now the bolt, you could put it anywhere. Just the only place you don't want to put it is right next to the firing pin, because you want it to actually do what it's there for and actually ignite it. Oh shit. Yeah, put a bunch on accident. It's okay though, we'll spread it around. Yeah, so this thing goes crazy, so cap that. I need to wipe this down actually. If you do put a lot, you can wipe it down. Still leaves that clear coat on the outside, so you're still good. It's still oiled. That over there. And when putting your bolt, you want the firing pin facing forward, and you want to turn it upside down, just so it could hold it and it's all the way through. People usually open it halfway because it's easier to put it in, so we're gonna try that today. You always want to put the front of it first, like that. And this is a little bit tricky, so you want it all the way in the front, and you want to close it. Oh, it's not catching. So we're gonna kind of cock the bolt. There we go. I'm gonna open a little bit so that bolt goes back, slide it forward. You want to make sure all the holes align. And then now before you close the gate, you're gonna put on these screws just to lock the frame in place. And screw them all the way in. See, I'm glad I had the tape. I slipped off and didn't get a chance to scratch the finish. Make sure it's only just hand tight. You do not want to use a torque wrench. Just hand tight, that's it. And close it, decock it, flip it over. And never force the screws. If they're not going in easily when you're hand tightening it, just back it out and then go back in. You never want to just keep going. You're gonna mess up the what are they called? Not the rivets, but you know what I'm talking about, like the screw things. Just hand tight. Now the stock goes on. It is weird shaped. It's always this part on the top of the firearm. So you kind of just want to slide it in. You can't mess it up because this. And usually the top one goes first. Just want to hand tighten it on the bottom. Tighten that. Tighten this. Remember, just hand tight. You don't need to do it anymore. And then you always want to safety check it. Check everything's working good. Bolts coming out. Hitting the hammer. Decocking works. Cocking works. Firearm is empty. We already checked multiple times. You want to fire it. Dry fire just to make sure it works. And boom, you're done. And that's how you clean your Henry Golden boy.